So, as the Thursday goes on, shit, Milwaukee, man, is the best darn freaking nail guns battery operated ever. I tell you what, good job, Milwaukee. So, we've got the stand portion, the actual box screwed down and popped in. I've got the switches for the lead lights, rear lights, and the fan. Those are ready to go. I just got to drill out the holes and then nail them in. And then we'll start sealing everything up. I've got to build the box for this guy here, for the actual locomotive horn. And then pop my squeech. I'm actually doing him a little bit lower down there. It's too high up there, so I'm going to drop it down, pop, 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 and get him in there like that. Yes. So, that's that. But this thing, whenever you work a freaking 5 to 7 o'clock, it's somewhat of a booger. Having the time and energy to do it. So it's a slow project, which I'm somewhat of the essence of not putting a rush to it, but wanting to get it done. Because, my office is torn up right now. And I've got this whole thing just totally disassembled. And it's not fun. And then you got kiddos and power tools, and those don't mix at all. So, today's work is done for the time being. I'll be back at it tomorrow, drilling the holes, getting all that set up. Then we'll start wood filling in all the gaps, sanding everything down, making it look nice and straight. Let it sit for a few days while it dries. And then getting it painted. And then start putting everything back on. So, with that being said, yes, we've got to actually do the switch box and everything there too. I've got to fab that in. So, yeah, it's a pretty decent little process here. Something you think takes a week takes 3 weeks. So, whenever you do a project, always make it triple the time compared to a single time while you're working on it. But, I'll get you all guys measurements on how I did it. But as you can see, these are pre-cut pieces 1 inch wide by at least 3/4 of an inch thick plywood. They are screwed down. Pretty much I've got screws all the way to the front where you can barely see them. So without splitting the wood. But it's recessed the way it needs to. And then the top portion, yes, it's going to have a cover on top of that. Everything's going to get filled in. And we'll be ready to start popping it in. But it's going to look good after it's done, I believe. It'll look good, so. It's just a project that is building your locomotive controller. So, you want to build a locomotive control stand for a simulator. This is how it's done. Enjoy.